The no makeup. Do you feel like it's only for people with good skin? Or do you find that it's nothing but long lasting? Then this tutorial is for you. Hi, my name is Sophie. Welcome to my natural, effortless, I just woke up like this makeup tutorial for beginners. In this video, I'm revealing all the secrets of natural makeup that I had to learn the hard way after a decade of trial and error. I am so psyched to share them with you today. So this video will cover the base makeup, so foundation is all you need. And this tutorial will work for any foundation and any tools you have. And the best part, once you get used to it, it will take 3 minutes. So are we ready? Let's go. Okay, I know. We just want to jump into the foundation. But prepping the skin is the most underrated but a crucial part of a natural, long-lasting makeup. And putting this extra 2 minutes into skincare in the morning, it makes my makeup last all day long, and sometimes I don't even have to retouch my makeup. So it's totally worth it. The goal of skin prep is smooth and sticky. First, let's talk about smooth. We want to create a clean canvas, clearing dust and dead skin. So let's saturate our cotton pads with toner. We're going to wipe our face. We want to follow the direction of our skin texture, otherwise our facial hair will be standing up in all over directions and they will interfere with the foundation. Make sure you get the neck too and the ears if you can. Following the direction of our skin. We don't want to be too harsh. You can be gentle. Okay, smooth is done. Number 2, sticky. We want to create a sticky enough canvas that helps the foundation stick to our skin. So when the foundation adheres to and locks in with our skin, we can use less foundation yet still achieve great coverage. So that way it looks natural, not to mention more long lasting. And we want to achieve that stickiness with minimal skincare, usually with watery essences. Today I'm using this Lodge one. You know, our skin is as thick as human hair. It is so thin, so it can only absorb so much skincare. And we also need to leave room for the skin to be receptive to the incoming foundation. Otherwise, the foundation will just sit on top instead of blending in with the skin. That's why we want a minimal approach to skincare before makeup. I'm gonna do a couple more drops to my dry area. You don't have to if you feel like you're already hydrated enough. I know it's tedious, but patting for absorption makes a big difference. If you go to a celebrity makeup salon in Korea, they'll do this for you up to like 5 minutes or 10 minutes if they need to. If you're not sure what kind of essence to use, you can use something like this. The Yunjak Base Prep or Jungsenmu has a similar product. None of these are sponsored. This is no ads, but everyone's skin is different. So to achieve that stickiness, sometimes it can be hard for you to find a product that helps you achieve that stickiness. And these products, this and the Jungsenmu one, they were created for the sole purpose of creating the perfect stickiness that we need, and all Korean celebrity makeup salons have one of these. But you know what? Today I feel like I don't need it because I think I have that stickiness. We pat until our skin is about half as sticky as the back of a Post-it. That's when the foundation blends the best with our skin. Now at this point, if you feel still dry, make sure to pick a hydrating and moisturizing sunscreen. I'm gonna use this one, Tree. I recently did tests of 24 different sunscreens and this one had the least amount of oil. But you do need to double cleanse this to get rid of it. For sun protection wise, We're going to get half the protection from the sunscreen and the other half from the foundation. It's really best to use a sponge or a brush to achieve a thin layer, but if you don't want to bother like me, you can just use your hand and pat. For the sunscreen, use something hydrating and not too oily because oil will become a barrier to foundation. And what do you know? We're done with the perfect skin prep. Not too hard, right? Smooth and sticky. So now we are going to do natural contouring with foundation. That's right, just with foundation without any shading or highlighting. This method was invented by Jung Se-mo. She's the top makeup artist in Korea. All Korean celebrities want to get makeup done by her if she has an opening, that is. And her framework is really simple, thick and thin. Let's take a look at this painting, for example, where it has more paint in the center. It looks more 3D, right? Like it's sticking out. And in the edges where it has less paint, it looks flat, right? So from this, we can learn that the amount of paint matters when creating dimensionality. Using this logic, we'll put more makeup product where we want more volume, the center of our face. And we'll put less product where we don't, like the outer edges, the ones that we usually shade out. And by doing that, we can contour our face by just controlling how much foundation and makeup we apply. You might question whether such a minute distinction could truly have a noticeable impact. And that's what I thought when I was a beginner too. And it took me so many years of bad makeup to learn that in makeup, even 1 milliliter makes a big difference. It's those tiny intentional touches that accumulate and create transformation. I recommend brush for beginners because it's easier to control and easier to see where you're applying things. But if you're using a sponge, that will work just fine. The same technique will apply. I'm using the Real Technique foundation brush and this Artlist double lasting vegan cover foundation. So we're gonna get foundation on the brush like this. Get it evenly distributed. Like this. If it's uneven on the tool, what will happen? It will be uneven and blotchy when it touches our face, right? So we want a uniform distribution of the foundation on the tool before it touches our face. And same with sponge, you can get it evenly distributed on the sponge. So we're gonna start with the cheeks. Come down. Then go up. In our forehead. Just connect any division we see. What do you think? With foundation, without foundation? So I have foundation here, but I didn't color it much here. We don't wanna color the edges. We just wanna connect any division we see from where the foundation is and isn't, and just blend out this part. And that's because within this center zone where we want more dimensionality, more product, there are thick parts of the skin where you can pinch, and there are thin parts where you can feel the bone. And the thin part cannot hold as much foundation. It's like we have a thicker sponge here and a thinner sponge here. So for natural makeup, we want to minimize the amount of foundation we apply to the thin part here. Physiologically, the thin parts of our skin cannot hold on to as much product, and therefore the makeup will look cakey and unnatural. Okay, so inside the center where we want more volume, we go from the thickest part, the cheek, and then we go up, then we fill in this part, and then we do our nose And then even within this area, the forehead, we want some volume control. So we want more foundation here. So that will be the first stroke, and a little less foundation. So that's why it's the second stroke. And then the least amount of foundation, which is the last stroke inside the forehead area. And by this time, we should have foundation here, but not here. This area should be empty because we haven't touched it. And from here, we just want to connect these two parts by blending them in. We don't even want to color in this area. So that way it looks like there's more volume this way and there's less volume this way. I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, next, this is optional, but you can pat with sponge for better adhesion and staying power. When you pat, the sponge already has a little bit of makeup or it's a little damp. Otherwise, the sponge will eat up and take away the foundation we have on our face. We want to pat like this, not like this. We want to pat at a 90 degrees. If you see any division between your neck. And from here, of course, we can add more coverage with concealer and shade and highlight for more definition. But the basis of natural, long-lasting makeup starts with skincare and foundation. And that's what we did today. And this is the secret to why Korean makeup looks so much more natural. And here's my last tip for beginners. When I was a beginner too, I tried to hide every blemish, every imperfection that I thought I had. And that made me put on more and more and more makeup. And that obviously made it look really thick and unnatural. Here's a good trick. While you're doing your makeup, pull away from the mirror once in a while to see your overall progress, because that's the distance people see you anyways. No one is coming in so close to look at you and examine every single flaw you have. And it's not even a flaw, it's just part of being a human. The goal of foundation step is to simply even out the skin tone, and that is really enough. It will make you look more polished and natural. That will look much better than trying to put on too much makeup. Now that wasn't too hard, right? You did it, you got this. Hopefully it was easy for you. I tried to make it beginner friendly. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments, and I'll see you in the part 2 for the fun part, the blush, eyes, and lips. Ciao!